Everybody, welcome to the recap. Come on in, we've been burning, got us so high. We soaring, you were listening to Caleb and Lauren. All them other shows stayed up, they boring, just ignore them. All you really need is recap radio. If you ain't know, now you know. Raving lunatics repping Baltimore. This that recap radio.
Oh, welcome back to Recap Radio. A little
Oh my God.
wonderful makeup show on this Sunday morning because our Friday show was a disaster.
No, it was good. It was good. It's just not for the listeners.
It's as good as a show can be where you're watching porn with a bunch of strangers.
Right. And then when you go back to listen to it later, you can't see the porn.
You just hear the porn.
You just hear the porn.
And it's 70s porn. And a lot of the porn was water-based. There was showers running.
Also, like weird presidential music in the background. You couldn't really hear like the moaning, the slapping.
It was
what you want out of porn. It
was, for those of you who don't know, Friday night we did a watch along to the film Debbie Does Dallas. We've never seen it.
It's a classic though.
It's a terrible movie. There's plot for no reason. I love plot in porn. I need my porn to have a plot.
Yeah,
all Lauren needs is a cream pie. I
just need the finishing scene.
All Lauren needs a cream pie compilation. I need some sort of setup. I need somebody working late. I need like maybe a female boss who's real bossy or something like that. I don't have a domination. I like a strong woman, not physically strong. I like a woman that's a little bossy.
Right.
That's why I'm with you.
Correct.
That's why I'm with you. You boss me around nonstop.
Yeah.
But this Debbie Does Dallas, they've got like, I don't know how to describe the music other than it's from a fake movie that I've made up in my head called Bertram Goes on the Campaign Trail, where it's like, it sounds like a mix between circus music and what they would play in like a 1960s movie starring Gregory Peck, where he's like the vice president traveling the country by train.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. But the biggest thing is when halfway through the watch along on Friday night to Debbie Does Dallas, by the way, weird, one of my coworkers was in the chat and what happened was I watched a hour and a half pornographic movie with my coworker. I work a very corporate job.
Yeah. I was here too.
Yeah, so me and my fiance watched a hour and a half long pornography from the 70s with my coworker. And my coworker's the shit. Shout out to him. But after it was over, I was like, that was a little weird. And then him and I are texting about the porn. And I was like,
never will you. No, normally you don't view porn in a group session. Normally. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you're into swinging. I don't know. I don't know
either. But the movie, so a lot of it, so halfway through the episode, I put the audio down for a second and I'm like, it's just now, this is how retarded I am. Yeah. It's just now occurring to me that most people view or listen to our podcast not live.
Obviously.
The 99.9% of our listens come on Spotify. And I put the audio down and I said to Lauren, I said, hey, I just realized I don't think people are going to listen to this.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of just like 1970s fuzzy shower type stuff going on.
The problem is we got a little trigger happy. Caleb has now has learned to utilize the visuals of the show, which obviously we want you guys to see what we're talking about. However, that's only really going to work in the live shows.
Yeah, so we're doing a little bit of a pivot. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Everything's fine.
We're not getting a divorce.
We're not divorcing. We're not even married. We're just breaking up. The show Friday night led to our demise.
He's not getting the ring back. Don't worry.
I bought that ring.
It's my grandmother's diamond.
Yeah, but I paid for it, and I still have the receipt. We can go to court.
I will go to court for that.
I promise you, they would award me.
No.
Yeah, they would.
The sentimental value alone. I'll take the diamonds. You can have the band.
We'll cut the ring in half.
Okay.
We'll cut the ring in half.
Yeah.
And I'll take
right
mine.
Down the middle.
Or you can buy me out of my half. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You'll have the opportunity to like fucking go, hey, here's $2,000 and you can have the whole ring. But if not, I want my half.
Cutting it in half.
That's how that's going to work.
Take it back to the fuck ass jeweler in our hometown.
The weird thing about Debbie Does Dallas is that Debbie doesn't do Dallas at all.
No, she never even makes it.
She's more of a pimp. She's pimping out her girlfriends to have sex all over town to raise money for her to go try out for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
They're not raising money for her. I thought that was the case. However, upon looking into the plot a little further,
in your free time after the show?
No, I was like watching the movie while we were watching it. They were going with her to support her. So they were funding their own personal trips. And then Debbie was tasked with getting her own money, which she does get from the Jewish man at the store, who also tells her that if she completes a special task, aka fucks him, he's going to pay for everybody, including her friends.
Mr. Green. So they did it all for no reason.
They literally did it all for no reason. Had she just done that first, she could have been like, oh my God, guys, I've got us covered. But she does not show up to his place until she's about to leave.
Right. And
in her Dallas Cowboys costume.
And then he pops out with a hog.
Dude comes out from the dressing room, dick out.
Dick out, 7.5, dressed like a quarterback. This is like a 40-year-old Jewish man.
He has a fantasy he's trying to figure
He says, ever since I was a young boy, actually what he says is, ever since I was a young boy, I dreamed of being the quarterback on the high school football team and making it with the high cheerleader.
The high cheerleader. But he was too short.
He was too short. He was too Jewish. The thing about football is it doesn't involve numbers or killing Palestinians, so I couldn't figure out how to do it. That's what they need to do. We could have the JFL.
What's that?
The Jewish Football League. And it's just them
crunching numbers on the side.
It's them throwing weaponized footballs into groups of innocent Palestinians.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, they're insider trading on the betting. They're like, we're gonna throw this game. We could have some of that going on. Wow, that sounds fun. The JFL.
You better copyright that.
The problem with the JFL is lawsuits would bleed it dry.
Oh, 100%.
They would be like, this field...
You're not going to get any funding.
The field was improperly maintained and I've been diagnosed with turf toe. I'm seeking damages in excess of $6 billion for pain and suffering.
They're like, Mr. Greenberg, that's our whole entire... That's all of our... savings for the year.
Well, you should have thought about that and hired a better gardener because now I've got turf toe and I'm unable to take care of my rental properties, and by take care I mean not do anything to them.
Pay the people, the ethnic people, to come take care of them.
They don't even do that in New York. No, I would in like in New, I was reading a thing. It was like a list of it's like a list of the 100 worst landlords. Hold on, let me see if I can just find it real quick. Hold on, let me figure out how to do this. It's the 100 worst landlords in New York City, and the list is hilarious. Let me bring that over here.
Damn, Storage Wars, I can't escape it.
Yeah, 100 worst landlords in New York. Let's just look at this list. Because the fucking list was hilarious when I read it. Maybe this isn't the one. Margaret Brune. No, this isn't it. Maybe the one I saw was
Jewish Times.
Maybe the one I saw was fake news because it was like Barry Goldstein, Jerry Steinfeld. Like it was all just. I must have.
They have a list of the worst landlords in New York City.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. These are people who don't do anything. Their buildings are populated with black mold.
What?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know this. Black mold is like regular mold, but it's wearing a chain.
Oh, I was gonna say it's from the hood.
It's wearing a gold rope, and it's in the corner. Like, I hope you ain't in love with your respiratories, because they belong to me now.
Coming for your ass.
Coming for them bronchial
branches.
Them branches belong to me. Your soul may belong to Jesus, but them bronchial branches belong to me. Guys, we watched, we're a little hyped up. We just finished watching...
No, the credits are rolling.
The 1995 classic Mortal Kombat.
I'll be honest, I went into this movie literally knowing nothing. Caleb was like, this is a video game.
Yeah, I see. Now, I grew up, I had a Super Nintendo incredibly early in my life. Like, I mean, like 3 or 4 years old, I was playing Super Nintendo all the time.
That's crazy.
So I had, I didn't even know about this movie until I was like 6. But
well, it came out in 1995. You were literally probably 1.5.
Yeah, something like that.
I was 2.
But I was playing Super Nintendo before I could like eat solid foods. I was going.
Crazy. crazy.
Look, Jim Brockett was the insect wrangler on set here for Mortal Kombat. I didn't even see any
real insects on here.
Well, there had to be an insect wrangler because they filmed this entire thing in Thailand, and the remote, the locations they were filming in were so remote that they actually had to take everything by canoe. Oh. I just read this before, and they had to build an outhouse for everyone to shit in and piss in because they were sick of people taking boats back to the mainland.
Imagine having to get in a boat every time you had to go to the bathroom. How can you accurately plan that?
That would be terrible too, to have to announce to everyone like, well, I gotta shit.
Let me hop on this boat and take 20 minutes to get back home.
And then they have like Asian slave men working the boats, and they're like, row faster, and they're fucking whipping them and stuff. Yeah, because that's what they do. These movie companies in the 80s and 90s, like on location filming was insane because they would come in and they would pay these people like $10 American, which is they could live like kings over there.
Yeah.
And so like whoever the head honcho was in the filming location would just get a bunch of people together for slave labor. You know what I mean? And you gotta
love it.
Let me ask you a question. If you could pick 5 people, okay, if you could pick 5 people and you were organizing like a Mortal Kombat or whatever, and you had to put together a team of 5 people to fight on behalf of you, what are your 5? Go.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
What?
I don't know why. I just feel like he would do it. Okay. What's that other guy? Jason Momoa? The guy with the... I'm trying to find big dudes.
You're going full Polynesian. You're getting...
Yeah, I'm Samoan. I think they're from like... Yeah. I don't know. What's that other guy? Oh.
Wherever they spin the torches and where the grass skirts, that's where they're from. I don't know where it is.
John Cena, he's white.
You're just picking wrestlers.
I don't know anybody else.
You don't even know wrestlers. You hate wrestling.
Then how am I naming all these people? I don't think Jason Momoa is a wrestler, is he?
He's wrestler adjacent. He's more of a wrestler than an actor, and he's never wrestled.
I've got 3 people. I'm going to switch gears a little bit and try to go a little Asian on them.
Okay.
Is Jackie Chan still alive?
Yeah, but you can pick anyone from... Yeah, Jackie Chan can absolutely
Here's the thing.
fight.
That's the only one I know.
Okay, that's fine.
So Jackie Chan's on my roster, and I have 1 more.
Okay, go ahead. If you had to really just narrow it down. So you're going full Polynesian and Jackie Chan.
No, because John Cena isn't there. He's white.
Okay, fair enough.
I think.
Yeah. No, John Cena is incredibly white. Yeah. He's made a living out of wearing denim shorts. He's as Caucasian as one could be.
And I feel like I need to have like a comedic relief person in there, like someone who doesn't really make any sense, but like is in there cracking jokes. I picked Seth Rogen.
And
also he's getting everyone high.
Seth Rogen. So he's going like,
He's in the corner like, can't do his laugh.
Yeah.
But he's in the corner and he's smoking weed and he's watching everyone else fight. And then when it finally gets to his turn, he's so baked.
Oh my God.
Then he just lies down.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to get down here. I don't want any problem. Yeah. Fuck
you can't do it.
I can't do Seth Rogen.
I don't think anybody can. You gotta live it like, hey. He sounds like, no, he sounds like Beavis and Butthead, one of them.
Yeah, a little bit. I would go.
Yeah.
You're asking my 5.
Your 5s.
I would go Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein to run the entire kind of the thing.
Okay.
Also, I'm assuming that our Mortal Kombat is also being held on an island.
Of course.
And I want someone with some island experience.
Oh, of course.
I want to have like he's like my, what do they call that when you go into a hotel?
Like your concierge?
He's my concierge.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I would have Jeffrey Epstein, number 1. Number 2, I would go with the guy who played Ajax in the Warriors, and he also played Dexter's dad. That guy.
You want him in his prime, though, right? Like not in Dexter's dad era.
You know what? I want Jeffrey Epstein and 4
Dexter too.
4 of the Warriors.
Doesn't matter which ones.
4 of the Warriors, because they fought their way back to Coney Island.
They did.
So there was an island element there, and I also feel like in that movie, The Warriors, which is a great movie, a lot of hand-to-hand combat, which is what this is all about.
Right. Yeah,
the entire thing is hand-to-hand combat. True. So I feel like they would really help dig me out of a hole. So I would go Jeffrey Epstein, and I would pick Ajax, Swan, the guy with the Haitian guy with the chicken bones around his neck.
Oh, now you're being specific.
Yeah, because I feel like, you got to take Ajax and Swan because they're the 2 head honkies in charge.
Right.
So they're kind of...
You need them. I mean, what are you going to do without them?
And then the other 2 that I would fill in, I would have Rembrandt, the little like he's like a Cuban twink with an afro, but he's the graffiti artist for the gang because every gang needs a graffiti artist. So I would have him tagging my name everywhere we were fighting. You know?
Oh, smart.
Yeah, he'd be saying like Caleb was here, and it would be like a backward Z. Yeah. So that I would need that. Mm-hmm. And then I would also do the guy with the chicken bones around his neck. There's like a Haitian guy.
Yeah.
Because there's a supernatural element, and I feel like he could maybe cast a spell, or at the very least, if someone dies, like those people are kind of like necromancers. So like he could, like snap a chicken's neck and drink its blood, and then I would come back to life if I was in danger.
My thinking is that you would really just need Jeffrey Epstein. His knowledge, he'd be building tunnels underneath the island for you before he even touched down.
Well,
I think you'd be fine.
One thing that I think no one's considered about Jeffrey Epstein is that maybe he was having fighting tournaments on the island and the kids weren't for fucking. Like maybe he was fighting the children. Like maybe. And
then the loser is the one they ate?
He was bringing in like Vietnamese businessmen who were crouching in suits and smoking cigarettes and throwing money around, and they were betting on the children. Like, that's an angle.
Like some sort of chicken fight type shit.
Yeah, like a cockfight, but with children. And I think that that's an angle that no one's really explored yet because everybody's assuming that he was banging those kids.
And eating them.
Or facilitating banging those kids and then blackmailing them to
the people.
Yeah, to kind of influence the United States government to do Israel's bidding, So that's what everyone's assuming.
Right.
But no one's really like thinking like maybe he was hosting like a tournament for children to fight to the death, which is more acceptable.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if it comes out, you're banging these kids. Well, look what this is blown up into. But it comes out that maybe you're just
running some sort of underground fight ring,
giving them the opportunity to prove themselves and build skills that will help them later in life.
Oh, you're spinning it in a whole new.
Well, I do think I would be a good PR guy, but I'm saying you get these kids into a situation like this, all of a sudden, they're nervous for a meeting later in their life or something, and it's nothing because it's like, hey, I choked a 12-year-old to death when I was 11.
And I won.
At the leisure of billionaires. They were chanting and they were worshiping some sort of giant owl mollusk type thing. So
like an owl snail?
There's some kind of, maybe mollusk isn't the right word. I think it's like some olak or something. There's some sort of owl that rich Jews worship. Let's see here.
Oh, God.
Moloch. Yeah, Moloch. I like how that came up.
He doesn't look like an owl.
Moloch or Molech is a word that appears in the Hebrew Bible several times, primarily in the book of Leviticus. It is an owl person. So
but
Mollusk,
he looks like a...
He looks like a what? Like some sort of dog?
No, like a cow. Like, why does he have horns? Or is he wearing a hat?
Yeah, I don't know, but
interesting.
I do know that when it's
too fucking religious for me.
See, there you go.
Oh, he's like a cow owl.
Cowl.
A cowl.
He's a cowl
with 3 eyes.
Something like that.
Okay.
So also maybe I would have this guy.
Cowl.
I would have Moloch. I would have him as one of my guys. Maybe I don't need a couple of the warriors. Have some sort of owl with supernatural.
Oh, who's this?
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I typed in Olek instead of Molech.
Oh, and it came up with some.
Here we go, Moloch.
Russian lady.
Yeah, see, it's some sort of.
Where is this statue that they're?
I'm gonna assume Iran or somewhere like that.
I feel like it's in Rome. So
it's in Rome. They're all
because it's religious, and that's where all the religion people are in Rome.
All the religion people. Isn't
that where the Pope is?
Yeah, that's where they bang kids.
That's what I'm saying. That's where all the religious people are in Rome.
Okay, so if you had to assemble a team of only Hollywood actors, no wrestlers.
Hollywood actors, no wrestlers. Well, I already have 2 of them on there: Jackie Chan and Seth Rogen.
Okay, so pick another 3.
Also, John Cena is a Hollywood actor, and so is The Rock.
John Cena, this is the thing that
they
people...
have both been in movies.
No.
And Jason Momoa is 100% an actor.
Whatever. Dude, John Cena and The Rock don't count because they both got their start as wrestlers.
But can I keep Jason Momoa on there?
I'll allow it.
Okay, so I have 3. I need 2 more.
2 more, yeah.
I feel like I should throw a lady in there, but I just don't know.
No, that's a mistake.
Strong women.
That's a mistake. There's no ladies going to help you in a fighting tournament. And that's just because...
You know who would? Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks?
Yeah, she would like turn it into a competition, a modeling competition, and make everybody
Stop
get really
eating.
Skinny and do surgeries. Yeah.
Tyra Banks wins the thing for you because she forbids food from being in the tournament for 7 days.
She's like, we can't eat, guys. This is
everybody's
conflict of interest.
Gaunt and holding themselves up by the wall, and they're just dropping one by one, falling.
She's injecting Ozempic into everyone's ass,
collapsing into a puddle of themselves on the floor, and she's just like holding her cheeks in.
She's like the main guy in Mortal Kombat, sucking everyone's souls out, except she's just making everyone not eat.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, okay, so Tyra Banks. Who else?
Have one more.
Maybe the gay, is that a man or a woman that's with her?
Which one?
The black one with the long hair.
That's Mrs. J.
Mrs. J, okay.
Regular J is the gray guy.
2 J's.
There's 2 J's. There's Miss J and Regular J. And Regular J is also gay, but he's the one with the gray hair.
2 J's.
Like Puerto Rican.
2 gays.
Yeah, Miss J is the black lady, black man.
Okay.
With the long hair.
Okay.
Maybe she's trans. I don't know. I don't want to be Steven Seagal. That's a good one.
Steven Seagal would be a good one. If you need someone to play guitar really, really terribly and talk about... See, now Steven Seagal, he doesn't use a guitar pick when he plays.
He doesn't need to.
He grew up playing the blues, so he just uses his fingers, and he plays
I've heard he keeps some of his nails long because of that.
Yes, exactly. He's borrowing from styles. He's got the soul and the rhythm like that of an old black blues player, and then he's got the fingernails of like a flamenco player. You know what I mean?
Flamenco.
If I had to pick 5, I would go Michael Shannon, Michael Shannon, Michael Shannon, Michael Shannon, and Michael Shannon.
Sorry, Michael Shannon, you're the only one here. Because
he spits hot fire. I would pick Michael Shannon times 5. That's all you need. And then you could go, hey, I need Michael Shannon to play different. I could have him as different characters. Like
that's true. It could be Michael Shannon, but as like a combat warrior.
Here's Michael Shannon as that guy with the weird goatee from Superman. Here's Michael Shannon as the guy from Boardwalk Empire who whips his back with a switch every time he jerks off.
Yeah.
Here's Michael Shannon as the Iceman killer. That would be a good one. Here's Michael Shannon from Grand Theft Parsons just because I want him there.
What about his character from The Night Before where he's a drug dealer?
That would be number 5 because he's not a drug dealer. He's Jesus.
Right.
Remember? And my feelings aren't even hurt. Not that really that you didn't remember that.
Don't ruin it for anyone.
I think that also if I was going to hold a Mortal Kombat competition, I would not have it in Thailand or somewhere like that,
No.
I would have it in Glen Burnie. I would have it in the worst
Dundalk,
the worst part of Maryland. And it would be like, instead of having to fight through like, a graveyard or a bone receptacle or, a fucking like a mangrove.
Sand, the beach.
Yeah, the beach, a mangrove kind of like orange grove where there's thousands of trees. I would be like, meet me at the Golden Domes at the shit factory, and you would have to fight up the railings, like the
shit flying everywhere.
Shit flying everywhere. There's like condoms hanging off the wall that people have flushed.
Yes.
That's what, and then what you got there is to get a fatality, you grab a guy by the back of his head and you bash his face into one of the grates, and then he has open wounds.
And you just stick him in the shit bin.
I mean, it's flying through the air, but yeah. Or you could do a shitality, which is where you grab a guy and you just toss him into the Dundalk shit water.
That's your final move.
Yeah, and he's infested with hepatitis A through Z when he hits the shit. That's what I would do. Where would you, if you were gonna have a Mortal Kombat type tournament, where would you have that?
Downtown Baltimore.
Downtown Baltimore, like Inner Harbor.
No.
West Baltimore.
The bad parts.
West Baltimore.
Where the drugs are.
Yeah, because that would add like an environmental kind of thing where they're also dodging bullets.
Or needles.
You're fighting each other, but you also have to watch out for like random violence that happens as well.
No, because when you go down to Baltimore, it's kind of like people feed off of one another. So you go down there, you start fighting. All of a sudden, the people in the streets are like, "Oh my God, we're fighting!" And now it becomes a huge brawl.
Are you implying that it's a bit tribal down there? Like
no,
there's like
I'm
a
just,
tribal energy?
No. I'm
Are you
just
sure?
saying, like, even where we live now,
Don't
if
be
you
racist.
saw somebody fighting out in the streets, it would give you a sense of like, oh man, should I get out there? Should I,
No, it would not do that.
Oh, well, for me, it would.
I would walk past people fighting on the ground. I would step over them to just get into my door.
Wow.
You've been with me in public when people are having disagreements. I'm just like, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah, but we've never seen someone like physically fight. I mean, we've seen people argue for sure, and that's none of our business. But I don't know if I've ever seen anyone get into a physical fight.
I don't think it would. I don't think it would change how I approached it. I think I'd
it would
be
change
like,
it for me.
that's between that. What are you gonna do? You're gonna jump in?
I would probably call the cops.
That's so white. See,
That's what I am.
that's what. It's crazy too because you went to a black college. And but I did something black. I went to no college.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, hey, I don't need a.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't need to get involved with this.
You went to no college and I went to a black college. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the more authentic experience.
So, but you'd think that like, there wasn't a lot of fighting in college, but
I've seen fights and I'm just like, hey, that's got nothing to do with me. I've seen road rage. I saw road rage the other day. A guy got out of his car and started banging on another guy's hood in Rockville.
What?
Yeah, you know what I did?
Kept driving.
I went around them.
Well, I mean, in that case, what are you supposed to do?
Right, I'm not going to sit there and watch.
Walking, or like if you're out and about and a fight breaks out.
But why would you call the cop? The cops are going to show up and do none. First of all,
they're going to do none.
The cops are going to maybe shoot one of them.
Well,
because they're real trigger happy. I don't know where you guys are from,
true.
but around here, the cops love doing that.
They do.
Especially if you're unarmed, and even if your skin color is one shade away from like eggshell.
You can't even be tan, dude.
If there's one shade away from eggshell, they're like, oh, he's unarmed. Damn. Bam. And then it's on CNN. This is the thing that's happening is that all around the country, unarmed black people are being shot and it makes the news. And then in Baltimore, for some reason, it happens all the time. And people are like, got him, happen again.
No, literally on our local news, it's like the first 10 minutes, these are all the crimes that were committed. And then we move on. Yeah,
here's all of the police involved shootings from last night. And then they're
carjackings.
Then they do 10 minutes on it. They're like, blah, 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 dead, blah, 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 blah. Dropped in front of a hospital. Blah,
this
blah,
person
blah, blah,
showed up in the hospital. If you have any information, please call Metro Crime Stoppers at...
Jaquarius Smith we stumbled into an emergency room last night, bleeding from several gunshots. He's not cooperating with the police. Police are asking if you have any information about Jaquan Davis being shot. Give us a call. Metro Crime Stoppers, 1-800-CRIME.
I think last week we were watching the news and it was like, 5 people showed up to the hospital with gunshot wounds. We're looking for any information that you can give us. Like, what? 5 people had gunshot wounds and you don't know who the fuck did it? Like,
well, that's the thing is it's an honor among So
no,
it's
I know
like,
nobody's snitching.
Yeah, it's like I was shot. And then the guy's like, "Fuck you, pig." Like, there's no.
But also it's in Baltimore, so like sometimes it's just been drive-bys. Like, you don't fucking know who shot you.
Yeah.
You could just say it was a gold Camry, or like, I don't know if it was a gold Camry.
One of my other favorite things is that the inner harbor of Baltimore is incredibly populated at like all times. Like, if you go down to the inner harbor, no matter what time it is, they're there. But we're digging people in cars out of the harbor like every other month. Like, nobody's seeing these cars drive in, but they're like, "Oh, we were cleaning up the harbor and we found 8 people in a minivan who have been missing since 2002."
Yeah, how'd they get in
and
there?
no one's reported those people.
No,
they're just like,
if your whole family goes under, who's going to report you missing?
I'd like to think I have associates.
No, you know
like,
what though? That's so sad because like maybe sometimes people really don't. Maybe they just die.
They don't have a job?
No.
That's fucking crazy. Or maybe they were such pieces of shit bosses at their job that like they don't show up and everybody's relieved. And then they don't show up again and everybody's like, that's fucking awesome. And then after a while, the guys who are they're running the company. The guy's been dead for 6 years, and they're like, well, we're making the executive decisions
Who's
here.
signing their paychecks?
Them.
Okay.
It's forgery.
Okay.
That'd be so sick.
Okay.
There have been so many jobs that I've worked at, not my current one. I like my current job, but there have been so many jobs I've worked at where I'm like, if the owner dies, this would be great.
Oh, 100%. Me too.
This job would be fantastic if the owner was dead.
If the employees could take over and run this shit.
Yeah. Like there was one job where I worked at a shitty body shop in Carroll County. And the job was great. It was just me, like a 50-year-old guy from Puerto Rico who would stare at the clock and go, come on, 5, every day. I'd be in the middle of a conversation with him talking about a car, and he would stop me. He'd be like, oh, wait 1 second. He'd look at the clock and go, come on, 5. So I do that now. That's the stim of mine. I'm in a Teams meeting going, come on, 5. And then there was this other guy named Bruce. Now, Bruce was a 31-year-old man who had some sort of condition that caused his fingernails to club.
I think that's just genetics.
No. It's from having a pulmonary, a lung or a heart condition.
Seriously?
Yeah. And so Bruce was like a 31-year-old guy who would not hurt a fly, but was dumber than a box of rocks. And you'd talk to him, and he'd be like, well, weather yesterday was pretty mild, but I think today might be milder. and he smokes like 3 packs of cigarettes a day. And he painted cars, but he wouldn't wear a mask or anything like that.
Oh my God.
He was just painting cars, like raw dogging it. And that's probably why he has clubbed fingernails. But there was a guy who my mom was friends with whose last name was Russo.
Uh-oh.
Pronounced Russo, okay?
Yeah, make sure you want to spell it for him.
Russo, Russo.
Right.
And he used to work there. In my job before I went there.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of telling the Bruce guy that I knew him, and he'd go every morning, you talk to Russo? And I'd be like, no, I haven't talked to him in years. He's a friend of my mom's.
He's an adult, and I'm still a young adult, sir.
I'm 22, and this guy's 55.
He's got 20 years on me.
Talk to Russo. Tell him Brucey said hey. It was like the weirdest thing.
Brucey.
And then he would call out anytime it would snow, and I also did the same thing.
Yeah, but they still made you go.
And he would be texted. Yeah, because I would call out, and the owner would be like, I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Don't you come to my house. I'm trying to enjoy a snow day. I'm trying to be stoned all day. So he would text me and be like, Don says you got to come in. I ain't going in. If you'd see Russo, tell him I said hey.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, dude, you don't have to text me that every fucking day. I don't know why I went down that. But anyways, if that guy had died, the owner of that company, me and Juan and Bruce could have run that company so well.
Yeah.
First things first, cigarettes inside. Smoke them inside so you're not outside all day not working. Smoke the cigarettes while you work.
Working. Why did they take that away?
I don't know. Here's my second implementation that I'm assuming that I would have been since I was the customer facing, I would have been in charge. Guess what? Now we're saying, come on, 4, because you're going home at 4, Juan. Come on, 4. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it, but I'm giving you 5 hours back a week.
That's right.
And you're going to take a lunch. Because he'd be like,
didn't get a lunch?
We do not take lunch where I'm from. We eat while we work. And I'm like, well, your hands are covered in oil. So maybe just take 20 minutes and fucking down that sandwich.
Or at least wash your fucking hands.
That would be my second implementation. And my third implementation is that I work remotely. And that there would be a robot at the front door, like one of the ones in like the supermarket that follows you around.
Yeah.
And when someone walks up to the front door, it initiates a FaceTime with me and I'm in bed.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, hey, what do you hear? Are you dropping off your car? What insurance? Oh, perfect. All right, we'll be in touch. And just, leave the key on my knob.
Dude, in college, unless I'm making this up, but I feel like it's real. In college, I had a professor that like something happened and they were sick. And I swear to God, it was an iPad on a fucking stand so that they could teach us in front of the class. And we talked to them.
Did you say unless I'm making that up?
Yeah.
You don't know if that really happened or not, or if that's a fever dream?
My memories are kind of foggy from college. in general, but also because I smoke a lot of weed. But like half of me is like, did I see that on a TV show? But then the other half of me is like, no, like I really feel like I was living it. Cause like I remember, no, I'm almost positive that this happened. That the professor that I had I don't know why she couldn't come to work, but they didn't want to hire someone to like fill in because it was like a short-term thing. So it was an iPad on a stand.
That reminds me of when I was living in New York with my friend George.
You're just
this reminds me back when
Seinfeld, yeah.
No, back when I did stand up,
right.
I lived in New York and I was really good friends with this guy named George. Mm-hmm. He worked for the Yankees.
Right. Did you have a neighbor?
I had a bit of a crazy neighbor who was always in my place, but it was kind of like I acted like I hated him, but I actually enjoyed the company. But he was always eating all of my, I can't remember. He was always eating all of my stuff. He was always getting into wacky schemes.
Did you meet a lot of women there?
I fucked so many women when I lived in New York. It was almost like I was fucking a new woman every week. But here's the thing. Every time something would happen, either I found something I didn't like about them and it ate away at me, or like a series of circumstances, which also would be happening to George and also my really good ex. She's a friend of mine now named Elaine.
I'm glad that you guys could work through the differences. And
we would all be experiencing these different things together, but they would all kind of come to a head at the end of the week. And then the next week, it was just something new. There was a guy down the hall I fucking hated, mailman, fat fuck, curly hair, really into soup.
Newman?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. How would you know? How would you know that was his name?
I don't know. It's very familiar. This was all sounding vaguely familiar. Like I've seen it before. Like I've watched it. I don't know.
Well, and that was before, maybe you've just heard me talk about it. Because that was, of course, before I moved and I started working in that hospital. And I wore like Foo Fighters shirts with the blazer and I walked with a cane. And there was this like real uptight head of the hospital that I would always have to battle with. But
you would be right most of the time.
I would be right. That's the thing.
With your unconventional thought process.
That's exactly right. I knew it. I was working there, and there were a couple of like understudies. One of them worshipped me. A couple of them
wanted to fuck you, probably.
A couple of them wanted to fuck me, and I would be like, "Hey, give this patient magic mushrooms," and they'd be like, "No, we can't do that." And I'd be like, "Do you want him to live?" And then I would say like a couple smarmy little fucking things and stuff like that. But then the magic mushrooms would save them. And then I would get to make like a really cool comment and then I would hobble away with my cane.
Yeah.
The whole time though, I'm addicted to pills.
Well, you've got some sort of ailment, so of course.
Yeah, I had some sort of crippling ailment.
You're like in pain all the time. You're popping pills for the pain.
I was taking pills. Exactly. That's exactly correct. That's exactly correct.
It's almost, again, like I've seen it. You know what's weird? Sometimes I think my life maybe would be compared to The Sopranos.
To The Sopranos?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it.
Well, I don't have any connections to the Italian mob.
Right. So
but I do have some connections to a very Italian family.
Yeah, you do.
If you've ever seen The Sopranos, if you could picture what their life is like because of their grandmother. Tony's mom.
Yeah.
Very similar situation.
Yeah.
To my life.
Yeah.
But that's different because you actually lived these. You're living these. You were in New York. You were a doctor. And now, here you are. It's crazy that you've lived so many lives at just a young age of 31.
Well, here's the thing is that after I got out of the hospital, I actually started with my experience. I started working in a lab. I was kind of like an alternative punk girl for the naval intelligence thing. So there were like these real uptight guys and there would be a murder and they would come in to me and I'd go, I was kind of like a chubby girl with like goth tendencies. I was like a chubby girl with goth tendencies. And these uptight guys would come into the lab and they'd be like, Abby, can we do whatever? And I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know what happened here. The killer covered his tracks so well. I don't know what to do. And they'd be like, we know you can do it. And then I would click a couple buttons on a computer and I would go enhance. And then I would go, oh my God, here's the killer's DNA. And then they would go arrest him. And I would stay my chubby ass back in the lab being a chubby goth girl.
Even though you were the one solving all the mysteries. I mean, you never got any credit, did you?
No, they would go kind of put that into practice. You know what I mean? And then there was a while I was living in Boston and I was just hanging out at a bar. You know what I mean? I think the bar was called, what was it called? Cheers.
Oh.
And
I'm sure you were well liked there.
I was really well. Every time I walk in, people would go, Norm, which was crazy. And I would hang out there. I'd spend all my free time there. I'd just be chilling. And I died of a Widowmaker heart attack.
God damn.
Yeah. But I've lived a lot of lives.
Yeah.
I've lived a ton of lives. You know what I mean?
I'm glad they brought you back here.
Me too. I'm really glad too, because that reminds me of when I first got back to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working as a detective downtown.
Right.
And we were trying to put together this drug task force. And there was a guy named Avon Barksdale, which would be a great name for a dog.
Avon Barksdale? Hell yeah.
And so I was doing all that. I was kind of trying to get all that figured out. But now
I'm
here.
Force, and now you're committed to coming online and making funny jokes and
the
supporting this podcast.
The funny is debatable, and it's not a podcast. I don't know how many times I have to say it.
Well, this is a live show, but when people listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, etc., it's going to be a podcast.
Live internet radio. Talk show.
Right now, yes.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of which, we're going to wrap this one up because this was... This was just a little...
We didn't even talk about Mortal Kombat.
Okay, here's my whole problem with Mortal Kombat, okay, is that the entire thing is like, oh, we're bringing these people to this island. Okay, Johnny Cage...
They don't fight each other. I thought they were going to fight each other. They don't. They fight demons.
Johnny Cage, the actor guy, okay, goes... This is back when in the 80s and 90s where people would be in a boardroom and they would say something ridiculous that would make no sense, and someone would go... We'll write our way around it. We'll figure it out.
Run it.
We'll write our way around it. So he is a movie star, okay? And the front page of all the tabloids are saying that his movies aren't real.
Oh,
and he goes to this thing to fight for real. But like in the Mortal Kombat universe, everyone thinks movies are real.
Right.
Because it's a massive scandal that comes out that he's not actually fighting these people on camera in these action movies.
Right.
So I don't know what else to say about this movie, because that kind of takes the entire thing for me,
right,
and ruins it, because I don't understand it, why an entire nation of people would think that a movie star starring in a movie would be fighting for real.
Because sometimes they do their own stunts, and sometimes they don't.
But he's doing his own stunts. It's just they're saying that the fighting's not real,
like wrestling.
No, wrestling's different. Wrestling is predetermined, but it's not fake. You don't seem to understand that.
But that's what a movie is. It's predetermined. What's going to happen?
So we're going to wrap this one up. This is just
is it wrong to compare wrestling to a movie? The script is there.
Look, if you guys...
They're following a storyline.
We're not going to release the Debbie Does Dallas episode because, again, it's like...
Maybe if we ever get popular and we have like a Patreon and we have like a
maybe
archive of shit, you'll get to listen to it.
More popular than we are now, please. No, I think that this is the thing, is it saved as a video, but the entire video is like porn. 70s anal porn.
We can't let you watch that.
We can't let you watch that. And then the audio is nothing but porn sounds that we are pausing to make comments on. If you really, really want it, I will send you the file, but we're not posting it anywhere. We can be reached at theweedcappodcast@gmail.com. If you really want to watch it or whatever,
you'll get to see the whole thing.
We'll show you the whole thing, but we're not releasing it because no one would. No one's going to
listen to it because you're going to be hearing us make comments about things that you'll never see unless you turn on Debbie Does Dallas while you watch or while you listen. But that's like, I don't know. That's going to be hard. That's going to be hard, guys.
Not the only thing hard. Right now,
when you're watching Debbie Does Dallas.
A lot of also just real.
I'll be honest, that kind of porn didn't do anything for me.
It was very predatory. Well, there was no cream pies, so of course it wouldn't do anything for you. It doesn't have your thing.
Shut up. That's not even.
There wasn't even any bossy women. It was not for us. It was not for me or you.
Back in the 70s, they didn't need all that fun stuff though, because porn was such like a
novelty.
It was revolutionary. Like they're like, oh my God, I don't have to actually go out and experience sex for myself. I can go watch someone else do porn or watch someone else fuck and just jerk myself off with a thumb up my ass or whatever it is.
How would you put a thumb up your ass while you're jerking off? I can understand you could do a finger. I feel like
people do that.
A thumb?
Here. Right here.
Oh, you're reaching around the back like that? With
what
a
else
thumb?
Do you do? Well, what would you do with a finger?
I'd be on my back with my legs up.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be that would be way easier than a thumb.
Oh. I still think you could pop a thumb in there with your legs to the back.
I don't
have a dick, so I'm just...
What I would do is I would lay on my back and I would get a promotional giveaway from Hamburger Helper, the glove.
Yeah.
And I would go to town with that on
the glove, on
the fingering hand. Hamburger would be helping me make a big old batch of nut.
Interesting.
Yep. So, anyways, can't wait to finish writing mine. You're writing
a porn?
A pornography?
Are you gonna share it with us?
What is the theme? We're gonna have to stick around and hear this.
I can't wait to finish writing mine. Is he gonna start? Are you gonna start it? Or
I can't wait to finish writing mine. Yeah, let's hear what this is about. Is there some sort of theme? Is it like park rangers? I think park rangers would be a good porn.
I feel like no one's really done that.
Because park rangers they're living in like dormitories. They're the same group of people all around all the time.
The sexual tension has to be high.
The sexual tension, a lot of opportunities for group showers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you probably only shower like once a week anyway.
And a fucking element of danger because there are bears around.
And Bigfoot.
Yeah. And
the spirits of the forest.
Oh, go ahead and call in and talk to us about your porn. Here,
come on.
Let's go ahead. Let's see if I got the shit set up. Let me see. We're gonna have somebody's writing a porn here. Let's get some of this here. We need
more information.
Gonna need some more information about the nog, the pornog. Do I have Google Voice set up on this? We've recently redone our setup here, so we have 2 screens.
I'm pretty sure it's set up, isn't it?
Yeah, it appears to be set up. We should be fine here.
Call in. Don't be a pussy.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why you're being so aggressive about it.
I just want to know about the porn.
I kind of want to know about the porn too, but we'll see what's going on. I think the park ranger thing is good, and then another really good, like a scuba school. Because you're down there with a guy who's guiding you through, everything. You don't go for scuba. Yeah.
And then he fucks your wife after your honeymoon.
Yeah, so that would be a good one.
Honey, the number's right on the fucking screen there, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but like...
Stop.
Context clues.
You're being aggressive. Jesus. Lauren's upset.
I just want to know.
Lauren's upset because she was snail trailing for watching a porn on Friday and there wasn't any of what she wanted in it.
There was snail. Okay, yeah, no.
She was snail trailing.
First of all, it was never going to be what I wanted. I don't like that old shit.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Your Cap Radio, let's hear about this nog.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. Yes, I do see it right on the screen. I wasn't right there.
You're fine. Lauren was being rude.
I was just playing.
I apologize for my fiance's behavior.
This is your tent sister, girl. Don't.
Okay, then never mind. You know what's up.
What's the deal with the nog?
Yeah, let us know.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the porn right now, right?
Yes.
So, okay, I got to go in the other room. I'm being told because my kids can hear me. So here I go.
How old are they? It's at a certain point they're going to have to learn how the world works.
I'm pretty honest with them about things, you know.
Well, they're going to find out one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, look at how Ryan found out.
I'm the best teacher for them. That's for sure. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. But so as we have, as you guys might know by me sending different things in to you all, is that I'm like wanting to be a comic, but I want to be a lot of things because I'm about to turn 50 years old.
Hey.
Okay.
And I feel like I've given my life to everybody else, so why not write a porn? Why not?
And that's
try to do comedy
and yeah, exactly. I honestly like some people buy a Corvette and you're writing a porn and it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? But mine's going to be more fun, hopefully for me too, because yes, I would like to star in it if I can get my body back in shape.
Okay.
Why not? Let's do this. But no, it's being a comic. I thought, let's go to New York. Let's have a friend in New York. You get to debut on stage in New York, and then the bartender's brother comes out, and he's been missing in New York for some time, and he's just there all of a sudden, and he intrigues you, and then he takes you to the stockroom, and then that's where it all begins. And then from that point on, you go on adventures, and they're all like treasure hunt adventures where you meet up at different places, and they're wild and crazy. And
X marks the cock.
It's just a lot of things going on in my mind.
If I could make so I like the setting.
I like the concept.
I like the setting. The comic would be good. Here is what I would maybe if you're looking for advice on a rewrite. The bartender's brother. Now you're saying he's been missing.
Well, like he's been doing his own thing, like, and he's just coming back to town. Like he had been missing, like from the city, and he was not a familiar face to me. I'm like, oh, could I get this? Da, 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 da. He's like, well, sure, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen you around, and he's like, well, I'm Patrick's brother, blah 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 blah. And blah. Anyway, so
no, this is exactly how most porn start. I feel like you're on the right track.
So if he's the bartender's brother, he's also working at the same.
He's the bar owner's brother.
The bar owner's brother, and he's just tending bar. He's getting back on his feet.
He's just there, meeting up with the family again. So there's a lot of side stories to it.
But he's serving drinks.
Series. It's not just
a porn series. So, now that's something.
That is an interesting. That's a novel idea. That's a novel idea.
And it would be more sensual than gross. But it would have some hot, passionate ass fucking scenes.
I was gonna say you're gonna put full penetration, right?
Full pen.
Like, but to have that, to be in those different settings, like one would be in a rooftop pool.
Oh,
like I would totally want to get screwed on a rooftop pool, looking over New York City, and then that's where the whole conversation starts. Let's start meeting up at beautiful, exotic, like type different places, and then that's where the adventure begins. And we fly to different, Costa Rica. We meet up there, or we meet in a different city at a bar. Like, let's say New Orleans, I'm going back to NOLA for Skankfest again this year. Well, one of my big things. Oh, sorry. Did I just do something wrong? Did I just
no?
No, that's a ham horn. We're big skank. We love Skankfest. I have a couple questions here. Okay. Let me. So first of all, you're gonna have to really. You're really pigeonholing yourself with that fucking rooftop pool. Because New York City, it's going to be chilly a lot of months of the year, and then it's also going to be.
Then your nipples will always be hard.
True.
Yeah, but you don't want to be getting fucked in a 60-degree pool.
Well, think about this though. You got to talk about the shrinkage.
I have done that before though, here in Oklahoma. Oh. So it's okay. You can do that in a 60-degree. But do you have a heater in the pool?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the steam's coming off. Your nips are still hard, but the steam's coming off of the water, So.
Okay, well,
the budget for this has to be pretty high.
Let's visualize this now. Come on.
I'm trying, and I'm almost finished.
Lauren's got the TTs, so think about it.
Okay.
Get it in your head. You're in the water. You don't like water, though. I remember from the other podcast.
He doesn't.
I hate water. I would never be in a tepid standing water. I would never do that. I have to will myself through a shower twice a day. But here's something that I'm so like it was where my brain goes. Think about how much hotter it would be. Okay, not a bartender's brother. He's coming back to town at the comedy club. Okay, and now he's taking over booking. He's in charge of who's being booked, and he's kind of.
So I have to really give a good head.
He's kind of predatory. He's like, hey, if you want stage time, I got Aries Spears coming in this weekend. How bad do you want it? And then you have to prove how bad. And your performance or what holes you determine to give him determines whether you'll be hosting, guest spotting, or
10
featuring.
minutes, 15 minutes, yeah.
That's where my mind goes.
Interesting.
But then that makes it more about the man, and I'm all about being more about myself.
That's right. So. This is a porn series for women.
I'm struggling.
I know.
I'm struggling to see the vision.
I mean, I'm all about pleasing a man, but this is about me.
This is
more so
a woman's porn.
This is
for women.
This is for of those women that have to sit at home and pretend like they're grandmas.
So
I'm not gonna do that.
It's you doing New York instead of Debbie doing Dallas is what we got going on here, and your fundraising.
I'd be stretched thin, I tell you, because y'all got some bigger wains out there. I think. I don't know.
Maybe
out on the East Coast.
Possibly. I don't know what they're working with in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
you got Italians. A lot of Italians. I hear that they're pretty beefy. Is that true? Would that be true?
Yeah.
I don't know if Caleb can.
Chef Boyardee confirms. Yes.
Is that being stereotypical? I don't know. I don't know. I've only had a handful
of Italians.
Well, handful? No, not of Italians. Handful times three. 2 handfuls times 3 in my life. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've been with you. Well, yes, I have been with one Italian. Yes, I have.
Out of all those people, one of them had to have some of them
two
Italian in them.
Hold on. What? That math hurts my head.
2 handfuls times 3.
2 handfuls times 3.
We don't know how many's in a handful though.
Is a handful 2 hands?
I'm assuming 5 is a handful.
2 handfuls times 3 is what you say when you're on a first date and he asks you the body count.
Right.
And you go, two handfuls times 3. And you hope that he's stupid like me and he can't figure it out.
He's like, huh.
I'm so high. I'm sorry.
2 handfuls times 3. Huh. All right.
He's doing the math in his head like, I guess this is okay.
Okay, you got 5 fingers on each hand.
That's what I was thinking.
Counting on your finger, you're like 1 handful.
That's 5 plus 5 is 10.
Yes, times 3. That's what I was.
2
I'm
handfuls
on the
times
same
3.
This must be woman math.
I'd be doing a math on a cocktail napkin. I'd be like, hold on a second.
One
and I'd
second,
be like,
pull out the
1,
pen.
2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a line through
Tally.
it. And I would go.
Let me break it down for you. If it were 2 actual handfuls times 3, I'd be really high in the numbers because the guys haven't been that big.
Oh. All right.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
Well,
that's why I'm at 30 because
she's chasing after something. She's chasing after something. She's like, come on, man.
she's on the hunt.
You need to go. You need to come to the East
My
Coast.
mama was married 8 times. She was determined to find something herself.
Damn. Why? You don't have to get married though to try them out. You don't have to go that far.
You should. 8 times. And I don't want to speak disparagingly about your mom, but like, who had the time? It's from my understanding.
I think a lot of it was getting out of the house at a young age because things were bad. But anyway,
of course.
I was around for 3 stepdads and my daddy. So
But isn't divorce a long process? I don't think it's just like a rubber stamp. You'd be tied up in court all the time.
No, I'm being dead ass. I think if it's mutual, you can literally go in there and be like, we don't want each other anymore. And they're like, all right.
Oh, a non-contested divorce.
The hardest one was the one with the kids. So
yeah, that's true.
My dad.
When you have kids.
But anyway, yeah, the others were all just, she was 15, 16, and 17.
The poor woman was a child bride. That's crazy.
She wanted out of the house.
Well, no, I understand that. No, I get that. I would marry someone to get out of a shitty situation too.
So, but saying all that, I learned a lot.
Correct.
I learned a lot of what not to do also because I have not been married 8 times. So, yay me.
Let me ask you a question. You say you say you're in Oklahoma there. Is that I'm picturing Twisters.
Never been there. I don't know.
I've never been there either. Is that where Twisters was filmed? You guys have tornadoes all the time?
And they at Twisters too, I think. And they've got the Tulsa King going on here. They got themselves a little studio thing going on here, and they want me to pay some money every month. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, but they do some filming and casting out here now. So. There are tornadoes this tornado season. We had a couple touchdown last week, as a matter of fact.
That's fucking insane because when tornadoes happen here, which is very rare, where they do, there have been like 4 in my life. Yeah. It shuts everything down for days.
We don't know how to.
You guys are having tornadoes, and it's like you're expected to just go on with your life, correct?
Exactly. I had no clue that you guys even had them.
It's rare, but I didn't know they.
Yeah, we had a tornado about 2 years ago that really fucked some stuff up out our way.
Yeah.
It tore down a bunch of...
Are they right off of the water when they come in, or...
No.
No, we don't need actually. We are about 3 hours away from the water.
Baltimore is inland from.
I mean, there's the harbor, which is probably about 40 minutes away. But in terms of like actual like large bodies of water, I think the closest is a reservoir.
Yeah, we're pretty inland from like the Atlantic Ocean, but no, they just come out of the sky.
Well, I know that, but I mean, like the water. I asked that because the water, for some reason here around the lakes and stuff, they seem to gather.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah, water spout.
I don't know what it is about it, but they like. I know that sounded so stupid.
They're picking up humidity. It doesn't sound stupid. They're picking humidity up out of the water.
No, that does make sense. They're picking up the moisture.
They're picking up the moisture and the humidity. Now, here's another thing that's popped in my head. Maybe a sequel for your porn series here. You're talking about going to exotic places. Maybe you're back home in Oklahoma, and what happens is one of these water spouts picks you up and whisks you away into a new exotic land, and you got to fuck your way back. Like the Warriors having to fight their way out of the Bronx to get back to Coney Island.
As long as we're dealing with 8 inches and more, and I'm not having to deal with these little bitty things coming my way, that's a good sequel.
All right,
do that.
Well,
wow.
Listen, we're gonna wrap it up here, but thank you for calling in. And thank you for calling in.
Thank you, guys.
We support your porn. If you ever need a like crowdfunding or whatever, just send us the link.
Send us the link. Send us a script if you're looking for revisions. I have a lot of screenplay writing experience. I'm happy to.
I'll have Crack do the music for it.
Yes, that's Mando. That's mandatory. You're gonna have to have Crack do the music for it. I'll text him.
We'll put in a good word for you.
I'll text him when we hang up here and let him know he's got a project coming his way.
All right, honey. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
of course. Enjoy Skankfest if we don't talk to you before then.
Oh, you'll see my tits on the Gravitron again.
All right.
Can't wait.
All right. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
I hope she does make her porn.
What a good doobie.
You know what I think you were going to say? I really thought you were going to say once you found out about the tornadoes and like the water, I thought you were going to do like a porn sequel where like her pussy's so wet that like a tornado forms from the moisture or something because of being in Oklahoma. Like, damn, that's like a weather related.
She can't even
porn.
She can't even sunbathe.
She can't.
Tornadoes are popping up out of the puss.
Like the lady who was sunning her asshole. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show My Strange Addiction. But there's a lady who's addicted to sunning her asshole. It's not her asshole. It's the area between her asshole and her pussy, which I can't remember.
It's a gooch. Yeah. Or a taint, because it taints your balls and it taints your asshole.
See, but I don't think it's a taint for women.
Oh, it taints your pussy.
Okay. So yeah, I thought you were going to say that she was producing tornadoes out of her pussy with the moisture.
Pink twisters.
Ooh. Oh my God. Actually, copyright that right now.
Pink twisters. Hold on.
Copyright that right now.
Coming this summer. Pink. That's retarded. I thought it was going to be, I have like a...
Is this the dark one?
No.
Is this the dark one?
No.
Not this.
God damn it.
No, this shit all sucks.
Oh my God.
What about this? No, that's not
nothing.
God damn it.
Man, I can't figure this shit out.
I hate this fucking soundboard.
Oh my God.
I hate this fucking soundboard.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. We love you. God bless. God bless this country. God bless her pornography.
Yeah, stay tuned for Pink Twister.
God bless Weedcap Radio listeners. Goodbye.
Amen.
Oh my God, can I do this?
Everybody, welcome to the
Weedcap. Come on in.
We've been burning, got us
So high. With Oren.
You were listening to
Caleb and Lauren.
All the mother shows
Stand up. They boring.
Just ignore them. All you really need is Weedcap
Radio. Uh-oh.
If you ain't know, now you know. Raven lunatics repping Baltimore. This that Weedcap Radio.
Wow.
Coming this summer, Pink Twisters.